towards the side lane, or they can do those early swaps rather, and Zach can handle that fine. But in the K'Sante matchup, they can also happily take that 2 versus 2 if they're feeling confident. G2 have a lot of control around what they want to do in the early game.
He backed into the lane alongside Azure, so it's going to be an exchange of jobs for the Drake. G2's bottom lane having to respect the fact that Junja was in the area.
There's also the fact that Broken Blade just come off a fresh base. RG's not looking for a back right now, and Maple was behind on the play. Caps had already gotten the priority in mid, so only real option there is to cross map. Do see though, Junja still a little bit behind in farm. The extra
to stay safe for the next 5 minutes and just continue farming up. Then a flash not punished. Flash hook though going in. Seismic shot back onto Mickey as he was waiting in the bush, but he was pounced on by PSG. The collapse continues. Maple gets the kill. Who's really winning, Betty? I think it's
power to go around. Which in practice, I know from experience, does not necessarily lead to the most interesting games.
But it's also an elimination game, right? Pathmaker back here. Broken Blade tanking up the tower into the all-out. Goes into the cell division. Oh, it's a Barmy stiff again. Azure punishes BB. And he'll get the kill before BB gets back.
It's going to get a lot harder as now Junja on the squad looking to contest.
That gets the 4th grab for G2, and I think that's all G2 wanted, really.
Betty's on his way as well.
Betty is on his way across, and with Hun Summon not there, G2 wisely back away. If they take this fight, there'll be a numbers disadvantage. They realize that, so they get their 4th grab to this. As Betty says, I think it's too late as well. Woody misses the hook. Yike goes in, can't land the smite, secured by Junja.
It's too risky. Overstacking of PSG and their members, and I think they're in a good position to threaten the dive.
G2 trying to react. Woody going in with a Hex Splash. There's the TP all out under the towers. Azure tanks it up. Dash away from the seismic shove. Elastic slingshot in by Broken Blade. Gets hooked. Mickey flashes across the wall and Hans starts to put the damage down onto Junja. Let's bounce on the back line as Azure falls low, as does Woody. Cataclysm with the follow-up. Cease and desist going in as Hans Summer is isolated from the rest of G2. Betty was yeeted away, but 2 kills so far over to G2. Only 1 in response by PSG. The dash back in. Mickey goes forward. Junja falling low, but Betty is raining down arrow after arrow on top of them. Double knock-up. Yike falls. Junja and Betty, Caps dancing on them. Betty goes into the fog of war though. Junja able to escape for the moment. Betty tries to trade, can't get it. Caps with a double. Junja's going to dash across this wall, but the blast cone from Caps. Will Junja get away? He has the enhanced recall. Caps jumps in and down goes Junja.
And PSG Blade with the flash order there towards the start of the fight to set it all up.
Mickey stepping forward, puts the steadfast presence down. Yike across the wall, a possibility, but with the depth charge, Mickey's just locked up, doesn't get an opportunity to move. And on the wrong side of it, Yike trying to join up. Caps in the top lane, does have the TP. Broken Blade's pushing out bot. Riftheld's going to charge in. That will be the mid-tier 1 falling. PSG take it. The Drake next on the menu for them would be their 3rd of the game.
RG is top though, and he doesn't have TP, whereas Caps does.
Ultimate to try and catch Hans Summer off. But PSG, they still want to fight.
First going in, Fate's call out. Yike flashes forward into the Classic and into the blast cone as PSG scatter to the winds. Caps trying to join up, TP behind as Yike is low. They engage with the Bolt Breaker, followed up by Junja. Stretching strike, pulls in 2. Yike able to escape, but Azure's now on the back line, and Caps is separated from his team. Azure dancing in. The Cell Division from Broken Blade will buy him another second. Caps runs into the back of the pit. Cell Division going low as Maple will take out Broken Blade. Yike next to fall, and now it's all on Hans Summer and Caps and Mickey. Junja locked against the wall, but it's 2 as PSG just outplay G2 in the team fight. They find 4, only Caps remains standing, but how long will he stand for? He tries to trade back, and Maple sends him into the dirt. He gets 1 in exchange.
And just like that, PSG respond with an ace of their own. They find all 5 members while keeping 3 alive. They're going to put themselves at Dragon Soul Point 2. PSG with incredible team fighting once again.
Big thing there is that on one hand you have,
but you're getting to see the impact that Betty can have in these fights. Azure caught off on a side lane.
PSG might set up around the Baron for this. Azure will fall. Broken Blade does still have the TP, as does Cap, so PSG realize all you can get really is vision because you know you're overloading this side of the map. They're trying to delay Azure here so that they have better tempo on the resets. If they can delay him for long enough, maybe they can set up around the Baron themselves. Caps will take him in the end. Might actually just be a 6,000. Junja trying to get in, has the flash, has the smite. Keep his verdict blocked as he dives onto the backline. Junja's off towards the side, he flashes in. The Baron down to 600, and Junja gets it! G2 unable to secure the objective, and will they be able to win the fight? Can PSG continue to advance? G2 already lost 1. The Weavers one on the backline will take out Caps as well, and now it's all on Hans Summer to do everything he can. Maple flashing forward. Summer, can you dance around Maple well enough? Broken Blade will have the elastic slingshot.
Meaning that I'm pretty sure it's only Maple that is sitting on it right now, so you can't really rely on the side lane pressure the way that you normally can with the Baron, but it's still going to allow you to get it.
BB2, seismic shove back. Caps might look for the backline. Maple, a key target as well, alongside Betty. Caps jumps across the wall. There's the depth charge. Keeper's verdict knocks out Maple, and now BB begins to party, bouncing in. Ginger locked into the wall, and it's all on Betty. Weaver's wall back in, separates the team. Elastic slingshot forward as Azure is caught all unawares by G2. They find 3, they're looking for more. As Caps dives in, he wants to make it 4. This Terrace enough to keep Maple alive for a second, but there's the 4th. Only Betty survives, and Caps is having none of that. Knock back, boom, boom, boom. It's 5-0.
And a clean ace out of seemingly nowhere. PSG, they get the Baron, they get a good setup, but they overstep in the enemy jungle. They seem split on the call. Maple wasn't there when the fight started, their biggest damage dealer thus far.
G2 finally got the team fight that they were looking for. They're able to execute on the front to back. And when we get
maybe get the TP out of Maple. Caps will continue to push in.
Look
they just they're just stepping. Who matches Caps in a side lane right now? Maple can clear the wave, but
control from PSG to actually set up for the objective. Meanwhile, that top wave is just bleeding into the tower.
Knight just trying to trade here. Flash, step out presence, stop the boat breaker. Broken Blade coming in from the side as well. It's the 2 tanks. They G2 dive on, they all dodge the chain of corruption, and a great keeper's verdict will knock Woody out of the fight. Azure pulls Yike across the wall, but the chase continues as Caps begins to rain hell. A double for him. Stretching strike brings 2 in, and Caps is ready. Put him in the bouncy castle. It's a triple for Caps. He's gonna make it 4. A quadra. Can Caps cement himself on this series with a penta? He needs 1 more. Maple.
Betty can do very little as G2 just mow down the front line.
G2 though looking for a catch in the sideline here already. Maple's down. Ginger trying to dance around it. Woody there as well. Azure going in. Summer flashes away from the Pathmaker. Broken Blade on the backline. Ginger still down to half HP, but Caps is ready to join the party. Clears out the minion wave. PSG lost 1. Looks like they were the ones initiating the play to dive in. Elastic slingshot into the knockback. Woody able to buffer away with the Q, but Caps continues to chase, and all it takes is a couple of autos with a bomb on your head for Caps to take you out. Azure brings Broken Blade back. He has the cell division though as Caps walks through the tower. It's another for Caps. He's legendary, not only in the LEC but here on the MSI stage.
G2 wipe PSG once again. They have the Nexus in their eyes, and they're looking to take game 1.
All comes back to that fight at Dragon where G2, as we pointed out, had the realization, just hit the front line, hit whoever's available. We have enough damage, we can chew through them. And G2 take game number 1.
Patient Twisted Fate himself. I wonder where we will.
And they're going to lock it in. All right, Aja, I like this. Can be a great matchup into the Twisted Fate. Can basically just because of the E on the Jax, obviously great at dealing with a heavy all.
Scuttle Crab looks like Yike was spotted as he came across here. Goes on to Ginger. Mickey looking for the dash into the wall. Ginger flashes away. Bolt breaker. Mickey flashes it. Heroic charge into the wall. But where's Summer? Not here with his team right now. Caps moving down. Maple here to join the play. It's a 3v3. As Betty tries to get away, Yike jumps across, Summer takes 1. Maple already down to 200 HP as G2 continue to collapse. Woody has flash, can he get away? Dredgeline, Riptide, should be able to flash if Caps jumps in, he does exactly that. Caps can't jump back, seismic shove going wide. Maple, the chains still connect, Yike not going in, but Woody looks for the re-engage. And Woody, what are you doing? Buzz isn't here to help you. Maple is tapped. As well, we did see a dive materializing on Broken Blade in the top lane, but Yike was there to answer. Mickey looking for Woody here. He's at 300 HP, puts the steadfast presence down, gets the knock into the wall. Summer will rend 1, but Betty has the mana and the health advantage here as Summer has to dance away. Does have double summoners, should be able to see gold even between the 2 AD carries right now. A lead for Caps in the mid lane though, 1-0-1 on this LeBlanc as Woody tries to clear out the minion wave. Caps is here though, the ignite ticking. And Mickey puts another ignite down, actually just getting Woody low. Ginger trying to get away as well as he'll escape underneath the
is something that you're going to look towards, but that is where, to me, and the desk highlight is as well, this Poppy pick is such a nuisance.
That means that G2 have secured first Dragon, all 6 of the grubs, and something that you talked about, Chronicler, in the draft was how
G2 rather for PSG.
Caps look for Maple, first chain lands. Maple takes half his health. He's 2 levels down as well. He's in such a hole right now.
One of the... oh, hang on a second. Caps
would have to jump back onto the unraveled earth here. He does so. Ginger finds him, but Yike's already got 1. Caps dashes back. will be able to escape from the clutches of Ginger, and Ginger now needs to try and escape. Vault Breaker! Oh! Is that Civ HD? I see on my screen, you just can't touch him. Caps gets another.
Caps and Yike, the mid-jungle 2v2 coming out on top. Betty uses the ult.
And Summer has the face call here. Mickey might just flash, hammer, shogs into the wall. The cleanse will be enough, but not as he tries to get away at the end. Woody coming in, stops the keeper's verdict, but Woody, in a moment, will realize there's no minion wave here for him to defend. He will... Well, he's not going to allow Mickey to walk. Oh, Mickey. Mickey tanked the tower. The Ignite will tick on him. Flash. Oh, Mickey. He didn't need to hit Woody. What are you doing?
Yike making his presence known in the enemy jungle. Mickey at his back. There's Caps.
Woody trying to get away. They jump onto Maple instead, and Mickey's here once again. Caps with the chase. Destiny. Where you're going, Maple across the wall, but the gold card will follow you.
No longer able to walk into their own jungle. And the moment, especially against the Fet LeBlanc, this mid lane turret falls, you're going to be in so much trouble as Woody just dies!
Just decomposes in front of our very eyes. Chain of Corruption did land onto Yike. Ginger coming in as well, but you can't Vault Breaker out of the steadfast presence. And the Cataclysm is the death knell for PSG. 12 kills to 3, a 6,000 gold lead for G2.
I mean, Caps is just a menace. We talked about how in game one he was playing with so much more confidence. You give him the LeBlanc, one of his most comfortable champions, and he is just running circles around PSG.
Azure looking for something up in the top lane, has the Triforce complete. The gold card locked by BB, will only buy him a second. Yike is here, BB flashes the wall, and Yike dashes away. Importantly though, Azure able to stop the Rift Tower from going down. G2 had to react to defend their top lane. Hansama getting chased out by Maple here, the Weaver's Wall. Available for Maple, will he go for more? The answer is a negative.
TP
behind, never mind, G2! They're not to fight, it's Caps! Woody there for it, Weaver's Wall away. Woody will be able to walk to the safety of his tower. There's no terrain there for him to dash to. He catches Caps underneath the turret. The mites! The mites! Ah, that's why they're called mites and not the cans. Can't take down the turret right now.
Oh my goodness, that Caps is going to secure it. 12 kills to 3, an 8k gold difference. Caps is just running amok, and I mean, you have to give credit to Yike and Mickey too. They've just been working so closely with Caps. Every opportunity, roaming towards mid, and just punishing anything that PSG tries to do. The saving grace for PSG is Aja.
BB, no flash, gold card locked. Yike coming in as well. Ginger tanking that turret. Aja flashes away as BB will fall, but Ginger pays for the dive with his life.
Aja.
Oh boy.
Nope, he doesn't.
Can you kill him? Counter-Strike used early. Maybe you can. Knocked into the wall. He's running. And he smashes Azure against the side of Summoner's Rift.
I think the Poppy might be a problem, and I think PSG need to seriously
I feel like we've had this conversation before.
We've done so many times. And then I imagine they watched T1 win the game. I was like, oh, you know what? Poppy's fine. It's no problem. The problem now for PSG is because they're so far behind. G2 is winning as many sides of the map as humanly possible. That's not allowed. You get to usually win one while the opponent trades, but because the gold leads are so impressive, Caps has a Crypt Bloom.
The risk for G2 is they are playing undermanned fights at times. Azure has TP in. He's going to go to the mid lane. Hansama still in the top lane, but the keeper's verdict makes this a 4v3. Maple falls first, Betty short to follow, BB gets the double, Dredgeline away by Woody, but that anchor is sending him to the depths. Hansama, all the meanwhile, he's doing damage to turrets.
It's as you say, Chronicler, PSG, no matter what they do on the map, they're just front-to-back elements and will make it easier for us to team fight. And then G2 said, how about we don't team fight? How about we just fight you 2v2, 3v3? And Caps has become a very serious problem.
Counter-Strike, heroic charge into the wall, Counter-Strike dodged, and Azure... Yeah.
They fell short. They didn't want that blunder to happen again. And coming into today, they wanted to treat getting overzealous that we often see.
Keep going, Benny. Keep going.
You think
keep building it up.
Curse is all you
Be prepared for the largest caster curse the world has ever seen.
Oh, come on.
It's G2 casting it's Benny casting a G2 game.
13k gold up.
Surely.
Atlas has been on the wrong end of these before.
He has.
And the inhibitor getting pushed here. Flash in, sees and desist. Caps flashes away from the chain of corruption. Azure trying to dive on the back line. But look at the might. PSG just surrounded by the oncoming hordes of G2's minions. Broken Blade now on the inhibitor tower in the mid lane as they're looking for more. Caps continues to dash in. Betty takes half his health without the chains even landing. And Woody takes more as the Cataclysm finds an easy avenue for G2 to lock up PSG. And they were taking their time, but now they're not ready. 21 minutes into the game, G2 will rip through PSG and go one game away from making it into the next round of MSI.
An absolute shellacking of PSG here. And we talked about it, the drop, you gotta completely switch it up. You can go blue side. More pressure gonna be as, BB brings it up.
Has everyone just been practicing Vayne?
Dylan, we gotta go Vayne. Caps is calling for it, he's pretty sure of it. BB will take it into the top lane, into that Cassante. Poppy walks the Ghost. Ninja will get his Razor Beaks, but now Mickey's gonna knock him away. Broken Blade ghosting in as well, looking for the Condemn before Azure gets to the safety of his tower. There it is, Pathmaker, well played by Azure, but can he survive the continued dive? Tanking up his Hans, Summer takes a couple of shots, Azure ignited, and Azure falls for first blood.
Problem, and one of the biggest differences is that Yike pathed in a way as Caps.
Azure's going to be able to get the Pathmaker into the wall. Caps still has the flash, tries to turn it back around. It's ringing around the rosies. Caps flashes again! And they'll get the grubs here. I don't really think G2 want to take this fight. They're clearing out a little bit of vision. Azure 2 levels up will get a plate for himself in the bottom lane. But PSG working the map very well through this early sequence. Go for the grubs instead of the reset to bot. Now they can look to catch this wave as it crashes under their tower. And then after the push, if Ginger still stays around, they can try and reset towards bottom lane. Azure no TP as the engage happens from Mickey and Woody falls low. Mickey down to half HP, Astral Flight in from the side. Counter strike on Ginger, will get the stun. Hansama flashing over the wall as well. Trying to take out Betty, out of vision now though. Stars descend, doesn't hit anyone. Ginger down to 300 HP. Hansama takes the kill on Betty. Ginger having to dash and flash.
It's been paying dividends for them. Azure, of course, still behind, only level 7 as they look for another dive.
The Pathmaker from Azure. Mickey immediately has to flash away. Chain of Corruption going down as well. The piercing arrow into the hail from Hansama is enough. The dive.
It took what turned a win, which is Mickey's flash being forced, into a loss, and Hansama getting further ahead.
Azure TP'd in behind here, popping the Ghost as well. Hansama trying to get away, doesn't have the flash. Heal up for him
around
though.
the rosies.
He's running!
Where we go? Where we go? Hansama. Oh, he's going back! Which way? And Tofu's 3. Hansama's gonna die to the tower. Woody, the heal! Hansama, can he execute? No, all out! Shut down.
If he hadn't healed... Oh, it's a close one. OTP on Broken Blade, of course.
G2
should be
there.
there.
The Keeper's Verdict looking for Woody. Knocks him away, the equalizer there. Counter strike into Smite. Yike takes it. Mickey walking away. Yike still has the leap strike. Ginger has Audacious Charge, but I'm not sure you want to charge any further or any more audaciously as Betty gets onto Mickey, knocked into the wall, the cleanse away. Mickey dodges away from the equalizer, but his life should be forfeit as Woody flashes. Electro Harpoon into the Arcane Comet is enough. Control ward.
There was no pings. I don't actually think they know Betty.
Betty trying to retreat. Hansama looking for the fight as Betty has no way out apart from flash. The piercing arrow still pierces through his heart. Riftail picked up by Ginger as PSG. Even gold score. Mickey jumping in. Betty, no flash, Chain of Corruption. Ginger on the flank, though. Yike diving in onto Betty, who's forced low. Yike flashes, gets it. Equalizer on the backline. Woody falling so low as well as he managed to pick up one counter kill. TP in by Maple. Caps returning the favor. Ginger goes in with a Crescent Guard, and Mickey knocks him back into his team. Need to be inside that ring to do the damage, and Caps just waits for it to expire. And the arrow! He's looking for frequent flyer miles, but Mickey having none of it. Knocks him into the wall, tower falls in the again. Flash available for Hansama. Yike the only one on G2 without one as Yike goes in, the knock into the wall, the counter strike. You can bring down the heavens, but it's only Yike who falls. 1 for 1 so far, but Jungler's going down.
One go. Particularly with Mickey standing guard. Maybe a catch on Caps.
Caps has flash, has the shockwave, pulls 2. The counter strike follow up. The falling star not going to be enough as Yike falls low. Caps actually separated from the team, it was the singularity, but once again it's Mickey going in, Maple flashing away, Caps Hansama, and Mickey trying to fight this one out. TP burned as Broken Blade works his way down, hearts back towards mid, might just be looking to push out that wave.
G2 should just buy time, wait for Broken Blade to push in the mid wave. Betty.
Mickey has flash, a couple of spears go into his back, the root with the Chain of Corruption. Ginger taken out by Hansama. Mickey with the steadfast presence, the cleanse not enough to keep Betty alive as Hansama takes down a double. Breath of life, breath of death for Mickey. Azure going in with the all-out. Hansama still alive! As Caps secures the kill. Breath of life in with the Astral Flight. Hansama heals, but Maple's in the wrong side of the woods. As Broken Blade will chase him down the hill, and arrows for the slow. Broken Blade takes out.
Oh, we don't have time. We're back in the action.
Okay, so Maple rode in the Rift Herald, and Caps and Mickey are just here waiting for him. Keep his verdict up. Caps down to half HP. Maple trying to trade back, but I don't think you win these. The channel stopped with the heroic charges. Yike fights on the top side. TP in by Azure, but he's going to be met by G2. Is actually Caps side on the TP as Azure's already fallen. PSG wiped away again. Betty trying to...
G2 find advantages. PSG, they're trying to force a skirmish on the top side, knowing that Caps and Mickey are bot, but Yike just comes up clutch.
Because they are playing, or they're seeing G2 play on the upside of the map, but with the teleport, that numbers advantage doesn't matter as...
Azure, he's on his lonesome down here, and Yike and Broken Blade will happily take
this Poppy pick. Now 3 levels behind Hansama, and angry G2 is beginning their siege with the Baron buff.
It's a 4-1 split. Broken Blade in the bot lane. Doesn't have the final hour up yet, but these towers melt like butter in the face of Yike, Hansama, and Caps. Now they'll path down towards this bottom side, make sure that Broken Blade can take the turret. No minion wave in mid for a couple of seconds. Mickey just standing over here, buffing up this wave so PSG have to deal with it while the rest of G2 path towards bot.
Maple initially was looking for a flank, then took the Hexgate top, pushes that out, but they're just not going to get anything. The pressure from G2 is way too much, as at least the mid inhib, I imagine both inhibs are going to go down here very rapidly unless PSG pull a trigger.
Ginger pull back with the shockwave, puts the Crescent Guard down, Singularity out.
Okay, gold lead, Medic, but I like your attention to detail.
100%, a ton of people are going to start playing Poppy support.
It's World Championship regardless of the outcome of this game, as G2 continue their assault onto the base and look to round out this series 3-0.
Last inhibitor up.
Mickey? Okay.
He had the Edge of Night there for a bit of shielding, which meant that the engage...
Oh, I understand. Oh, Betty.
TP behind, TP behind, Azure. Last chance saloon for PSG. Can they find it? All or nothing, you say. The skies descend. The equalizer only onto Caps. Pathmaker. Caps flashes away. And now the counter punch is landing. Broken Blade chases Ginger out. Already we see Azure fall on the front line, and Broken Blade has the flank against 3. Can he do it? The final hour dashes away. Woody flashing in, and Mickey finds his man. Maple has to flash the wall. It's a double for BB. Maple falls as well, and only Betty left alive for PSG. Not for much longer. Good cleanse, though. Who will survive to watch his Nexus fall. There were doubts about G2 coming into MSI, but here they breathe life into EU as they make it to a matchup against top Esports.